Good morning, traders, and welcome to your analysis on Monday, the 11th of November. So, hopefully, you all had a good weekend. As always on a Monday, it's trades wise, I'm going to wait and see how the market emerges throughout the day. But I wanted to go through kind of where we are and what to expect from the week. So, at the moment, the dollar has been pretty flat. It's still staying sort of above 98 following the rally last week. So we had some counterpart weakness and the dollar was sort of benefiting from that further. It was also kind of supported by good data as well. So elsewhere, the euro was a little bit more underperforming, let's say. So over in the Spanish elections, there's sort of still a deadlock. So that's kind of weighing down. On top of that, ING suggested that it's kind of the euro is the preferred funding currency. The reason they gave is that they expect rates are going to remain at rock bottom throughout next year. So obviously that's sort of a fairly interesting fundamental indication of a weak currency for 2020. So the euro is definitely the weak one to look at today. You can see the pound is a little bit more up. So the UK's outlook's being upgraded from negative to stable. But the interesting one for me is outperformance in the New Zealand dollar. So we've had outperformance in the New Zealand dollar. Essentially, the rate cut consensus is reducing and reducing to the point where, there is some talk from certain members where an actual higher official rate could be could be something on the cards in the longer term. So quite interesting. So I would say New Zealand dollar could be one to have a look at, and you could definitely look at that against the euro. So that would be an interesting currency to look at. So we'll take a look at that and sort of have a look at how the currency actually looks. So let's have a look at that one now. So we want the euro, New Zealand dollar. Let's have a little look at where we are. So here we go. So euro, New Zealand dollar. Now we can see it's been going down as expected. So if we have a look at the top of the trend here at 434, you can see it's rallied down sort of to about the 60 mark. So it's not particularly the thing is essentially moved. So 436 going to 361. So we've had about a 70 pip move or thereabouts. So could be one to have a look at. So what I'll do is I'll kind of give the markets an hour or so just to wake up, just so we can see the general sentiment, and then I'll have a look and sort of see how this pair develops. But it's something I'm going to be interested in, but just not straight away. So that's going to be my pair to watch. In terms of this week and what we've got coming up for the week, news-wise, so we've got the GDP coming out for the UK later on today. So that'll be quite interesting. Then in the morning, we've got the New Zealand dollar inflation expectations. Having a look further on, Wednesday is when we've got the RBNZ statement. So that's going to be quite interesting. So the expectations are for a cut. But of course, the New Zealand dollar is quite strong today due to the fact that call for a cut is kind of reducing somewhat. So if we don't get the cut, then of course that's going to kind of confirm, confirm that sentiment. Elsewhere, Wednesday, we've got the CPI for the UK and the USA. And then going further on into the week, we've got unemployment change and rates for Aussie on Thursday, as well as retail sales for the UK. And then we've got the retail sales for the US on Friday. So we've got a fair few little news releases that we can look out for. And as I said, for today, going to be quite interested to see how that Euro New Zealand pair develops. So if I see any particularly good setups, obviously I'll post a setup in the room as normal. All right, cheers guys, have a good week.